killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you lift. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales swimming together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help to strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many reasons they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is killer whale, but all 5 of our whales also have personal names. Kamea, Sakari, Takara, and joining us out front today are Tuar and Kyuquot. Kamea is our youngest whale at just 9 years old. Takara is our oldest whale at 31. Takara is also the matriarch of our whale pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and all take part in their own healthcare and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we teach husbandry, or healthcare behaviors. Now joining us in the slide-outs are Danny and Malin to demonstrate some of those healthcare behaviors today.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Hi, everyone. I'm over here on this side with the 2 soft car brushes and hanging out with 23-year-old Tuar. And in just a moment, he's going to be demonstrating one of the very first husbandry behaviors that we teach the whales. It's called a fluke present. Now, not only do our fluke presents allow us to get a great look at the entire undersides of their bodies, but it also gives us close access to the easy-to-see shallow veins that run on the underside of their tail flukes. Our veterinarians can collect blood from those veins at least once a month, and the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. Now, this is that fluke present I was just talking about. Now, throughout today's presentation, you might see us giving the whales tail rubs or even using those soft car brushes I was just a moment ago. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, so this is a great way for us to strengthen our relationships with them.
That's right, Danny. Hi, folks. I'm on the other side of the pool hanging out with the largest member of the killer whale family here at San Antonio, Kyuquot. Now, drawing blood is just one of the ways we can make sure that the whales stay healthy. Another important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each individual weighs. We weigh them once a week by asking them to slide out, just like Kyuquot is demonstrating for you right here. Take a look at the lower end of his body. A large portion is still hanging in the water. That area from behind the dorsal fin all the way down to the tail flukes is called the peduncle, and it is packed with powerful muscles. It can easily weigh up to several hundred pounds. So in this position, we're actually not going to get an accurate weight. We can fix that problem by asking the whales to lift their head and tail into the air just like this. And that's how we know that Kyuquot here is weighing in at 9,750 pounds. It's important to know how much each of the whales weigh to make sure the younger animals are growing appropriately and the older animals like Kyuquot here are maintaining a healthy weight. All of these husbandry behaviors help us to ensure that the whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. And for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hi everyone, Tuar and I have moved down here to the glass, and joining us is our new friend Jaden. Now Jaden, did you know that killer whales learn through observational learning or mimicry? So they'll learn necessary life skills by watching and playing games like follow the leader with their mothers and other members of their pod. Now here at SeaWorld, they can even learn by copying some of our movements. So today we're going to demonstrate that by having you play a game of follow the leader with Tuar. Does that sound okay? Awesome. Now Jaden, the first thing I'm going to have you do is lift your left arm all the way up in the air and give Tuar a great big wave. You can wave to him. And look at that, he's paying very close attention to you. Killer whales are very curious animals, and we often see them spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. Now with your help, Jaden, we're going to ask Tuar to demonstrate that with a behavior called a sighting bow. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to point at him and then throw that hand across your body. Nicely done. Now Tuar saw that and he is diving down to the bottom of this habitat at 40 feet deep. And I am actually going to tell him that he did such a good job going off on that sighting bow. I'm going to toss him some fish and then we're going to see if he can actually show off that behavior for you. So we'll be doing that same hand signal that we just did. We're going to point at him with that left arm. You ready? Point at him and throw it up. Nicely done. Now similar to before, he's heading to the bottom of this habitat and he's going to use his powerful tail flukes to propel him up and out of the water, right in the center of the pool.
Wow, that was really cool! Folks, Kyuquot and I have moved down here to the glass with our new friend Richard. And he is going to help teach you guys all about killer whale communication. Now killer whales can communicate in a variety of ways, including tapping various parts on the surface of the water. Why don't you march in place for us, Richard? Big march, big march. There we go, now check it out. Very nice. So that's one of the ways they can communicate, absolutely. They can also manipulate the blowhole that is on top of their head to make different vocalizations. So we're going to ask for one of those next. Richard, I'm going to have you turn and face Kyuquot, and you hold out 2 fingers. You're going to face this one. Perfect. He's going to face you. There we go. And then swing him back and forth. Like this. There we go. Very nice. Now, sound travels a lot faster in water than it does through the air, so the whales are making all of these sounds that can be heard for miles around. We're going to ask him to do a behavior called a breach, where he's going to use his entire body to make a sound. Do you remember that second signal? 2 L's, down at your hip, and over your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, go! Perfect. Take one big step forward for me, Richard. Yeah, right there. That's perfect. Actually, a little closer, because I need you to keep a super close eye on him. You're going to stay right here and make sure that he's using his tail flips in an up and down motion to swim your life. What happened? No, I think we're going to get that soaking wet. Yeah, you know what? I happen to have this towel on me. I think you could use it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for both of our volunteers today.
As you can see, killer whales communicate by leaping out of the water and coming down with a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know the gestational period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain out in the ocean. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld works with our partners, such as the Norwegian Orca Survey, to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the greatest expression of that power comes when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke slams to stun their prey and can even beach themselves all the way up out of the water. For our whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for you, it's time to get wet. Depending on where they live and the time of year, their type of prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals. It's pretty obvious why they're the top predator of the ocean. That means killer whales aren't invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Whales continue to surprise and amaze us. Though the perfect impact of the ocean is limitless, kinetic, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable. Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that